Hi guys, so I'm doing something a little different today. Well, this is the third reading I'm doing, but I'm curious, and I've said this before, about what was happening in relationship to Mueller, Sessions, Rosenstein, and Trump. And I don't want to, get into this in depth, but I understand there's people out there saying that Mueller's going to be fired. I've said no many times. I believe I'm right, okay, but and by the way, just I don't want to like diss on anybody, but I noticed one of them has a Russian accent, so just beware. Especially when you don't see the person's face, you don't know who the person is. And if there's too much of a coordination and pushing and basically normalizing this idea that Mueller is going to be fired, so and such and such, I wouldn't necessarily buy into it, okay, because I haven't necessarily seen it. So one of the reasons for that is that in order for Mueller to be fired, Rosenstein has to be fired. Another person has to go into his place, and it's just very complicated. So it would be easier to do a reading where all of them are connected in some way. Okay, this would have to be a grand tableau. I don't know that I have the time right now to do this for several reasons, because I needed a different deck of cards, and I'm using this deck that I never use. I don't particularly love it. It's another Lenormand. It's called the blue. What is it called? The Bluebird Lenormand. Okay. Oh, and there's an extra card. Oh, hold on. Glad I looked, because there was two cards I wasn't counting. So anyway, so the reason why I picked this one is because it has two male, like one extra male card. Okay, so since the reading is going to be about 4 men, this is easier. So we have the child is going to be Trump, gentleman is going to be Rosenstein, Lily's is going to be Jeff Sessions, and gentleman is going to be Mueller. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to see this. This will be a bit of an experiment. So I'm going to keep the 9 position. Okay, what's called the box reading. Okay, and I'm just going to layer cards on top of it until all of these people cards come out. Okay, and then I'm going to put the Kipper cards as well. But that would just give us an idea of what's happening kind of like at the same time to these different people in different scenarios. Okay, so I think that could work. Let's see. We'll see. Actually, no, maybe that we'll see. Just want to see a let's just do a progression. Actually, 3. Yeah, progression of 3s. We'll see and see who or what appears. Okay, and then the connections. This is an instance where I will get like a kind of like a cheap webcam or something, because that's the kind of thing where looking at the interconnection of cards will be helpful, even though a webcam wouldn't capture it, because it would get really large. Anyway, but let's just get started. I just wanted to have a quick look to see what things look like for each one of them. Okay, I've said before, I did a reading on this recently, where it showed that the only person who really has the highest odds of getting fired is Trump. And then next comes Rosenstein. The last person is Mueller. So just looking at this, okay? All right, so let's look at all of them. The next comes next for all these people, okay? Okay, so, all right, so let's see here. Yeah, no, I think 3 is the most that we can do for. Let's just see. What do we have here? Ooh, scythe. Interesting. Dog. Okay, so cutting the loyalists. Okay. And the mice because of corruption. Okay, so that's the first. This is the first. Okay. Cutting the corrupt Republicans. That's the first. And like, guys, like I think you've noticed I've cooled off a little on like exact timeline. So let's just see it as a progression. Okay, what happens? So this is the first card was a scythe. So we'll see how it goes. Stars Network. Gentlemen, this is Mueller, okay? Lily's, interesting. Lily's, Mueller, and Jeff Sessions here, okay? Let's see if I, well, like you can see it's star. I guess not, you know, it's kind of annoying because the image on this, you know, maybe I should do like this because I want you to see, it's easier if you can see the images. Okay, so let's see. I like to be able to look at the images, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. Okay, so okay, guys, so this is, okay, so just going back to how it's, now I can see, you can see the images better. So cutting the loyalists that are Republicans, the Republican loyalists, or cutting the loyalists because of corruption, okay? Because we've seen before that I always see the mice as corruption, as corruption, but in the case of the Russia stuff, it's always Republicans, okay? Now this is interesting, guys, because we have right here, this is interesting, okay, because this is the scythe is cutting the network. And the network here is also related not just to a network, but to the internet. So it could be that there's a network, you know, the whole, all the people who are shady, okay, that are related to the Russia stuff, okay? And here it's interesting because we see here that Mueller is like right here. He's after the loyalists and he's after the network, okay? And it's interesting because the network is also related to Jeff Sessions. And it's not clear, it could be that Sessions, yeah, corruption related to Sessions. Either the Sessions gives them information or there's something here, okay, about Sessions. But we'll see. We'll see how it develops. This is kind of one of those experimental readings I like to do sometimes. Conversations, okay. Crossroads about the election. What else? Interesting. And the people in the White House, okay. So it's possible that he has more. Mueller has more information about, okay, people in the White House. Okay, let's see here. And this is the, like I said, I'm doing the progression like this just because, oh, it's annoying because of how it connects. Yeah, I'm doing this way just because of the way these cards look so that I can look at the images at the same time, okay? Let's just keep going until we find, let's see here. Let's see here, okay, well, we have the garden, something public, we have mountain. Something becomes public that was going on for a long time, or there's public difficulties because of secrets. So this is interesting, guys. So this is very interesting because it's showing that could also be the society has problem, because the garden could be, I see it as something becoming public, becomes known to society. Okay, and something that was a long road. It was like either the investigation, the secrets gathered in the investigation become known and cause long-term opposition, or that it was a long climb, okay, for the investigation to get to this position. Let's see what else we have. Then we have anchor, okay. Flowers, long-term contributors are important. It could also, you know, this reminds me of Elliot Brody, you know, the people who are the donors, long-term contributors, or past donors, or past money. Okay, this could also mean that, okay? Now, let's see. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to add 2 more cards to the right, okay, so that it tells us for column by column so that we can still kind of see how this goes, okay, kind of towards the future. We have clouds. This is our clouds and a ring. So as we change the cards, okay, as we change the cards here, the meaning obviously changes, and we have to look at the central card, okay? Essentially, okay, essentially here we have the scythe cutting the loyalists that are related to the Republicans and or corruption. And there was here, you have the clouds, meaning something hidden, behind the scenes, there's a deal. So I feel like people are going down here. The corrupt people are going down because others have made deals, and they may not know about this. Okay. Let's see here. Heart. Aggression. Okay, interesting. So, and then we have the network that Mueller found is related to Sessions' heart, meaning to Sessions' values, right? So the guys is turning out to be actually very interesting. So the network, right, that Mueller found, it's related to Sessions, and it's close to Sessions' heart, and is aggressive. Okay, that makes sense, right? So aggressive, or Mueller could be aggressive towards them. So adding here to the conversations about crossroads your election, other the election and the White House, we have clover, so an opportunity, opportunities to the White House. Okay, what do we have here? We have snake. Yeah, so opportunity to the snakes in the White House, and to probably spies in some way, because this is also a spy card. Okay, so conversations about the election. This could also, I think this could very well be recorded conversations, okay, about the election and the White House and opportunities for spies. So I feel like this is the content of whatever conversation Mueller might have. And then we have this thing becoming public. This long-term secret becomes public. Let's find out more. Change. This could be change, or could be transfer in some way, financial transfer. And we have here the fox. That makes perfect sense. Business dealings behind the scenes, okay? So, yeah, so it becomes public that these long-term work and long-term secrets and possibly financial transfers and business dealing behind the scenes become public, okay? And then we have here cross, guilt, and the tower. So guilty in the government. So this is interesting, guys. So we have, again, anchor, long-term, or long-term donors are key, and they're guilty. They're key to the guilt. So I feel like it's the whole Elliot Brody, George Nader kind of thing, guys. And tower, meaning the government. And guilty, I think guilty could be guilty in the government, or guilty. And tower, guys, I forget about this. But tower in Lenormand could mean prison, because actually the prison card in both Sibylla, I don't know, actually not in Sibylla, but the prison card in Kipper means enterprise. Okay, so the same way this could mean prison. So it just means that I think Mueller has, and I keep seeing the image of that guy, Elliot Brody, and the George Nader dudes. They're in real trouble. So he has them. He has them by their whatever you call, I forgot the expression. So essentially, they're key witnesses to Trump's guilt, and they give it to the prosecution. Okay, so guys, this was actually surprisingly interesting. So let's see. We saw Mueller, we saw Sessions. We haven't seen Rosenstein. And we haven't seen Trump. So let's see, what am I going to do next? I'm going to be pulling out more cards until we find them, okay? So we have here the sun, okay, and then we have the tree, the moon, okay, bear, ship, okay, coffin, governors, fish, ladder, yes. Oh, interesting. Guys, oh my God, guys, this has turned out to be incredible. I love it. Okay. So, okay, guys, so very interesting. Okay. So as I'm doing this, I forget, well, I haven't forgotten, but I'm doing this from row to row, right? So now I just pulled out all the cards that I had left and I'll add them to the end, but I just want to show you in this direction. Okay. So we have the sun, which is clarity. Okay, clarity about the tree, clarity, everything comes to light about the family, okay? I'll put it this way, and then I'll add to the other sections. And that becomes, again, the same thing. How they made their fortune, or how they were made, becomes clear, and their money. Their money was all foreign and their foreign influence. Okay, so essentially, like I said, it becomes clear who the family is. I think Trump's family, how they were made by foreign money, very clear. And then we have even better, guys. This is amazing. An ending, okay, becomes news. News of an ending. What do we have here? Because of money. Or it could also mean of many, because of many people. I think in this case, because of a lot of money, or through a lot of money, and because there's an indictment. So financial documents. This could also be because of financial documents. What do we have here at the bottom? The child. He's indicted, guys, okay? There's an ending. News of an ending of the child because of this, the financial document. At the very end, we have Rosenstein, guys. He gets the last laugh, okay? So, guys, like I said, I feel like I'm kind of ranting on this reading a little bit because I like I said, you trust whoever you want to trust, but I'm kind of like, I really, and you could come back to bite me, I don't care. I just don't believe that anything serious is going to happen to Mueller. I think he's going to go to the end, okay? I think I warn you to pay attention when people are putting out these readings with saying, oh, he's going to be fired, don't worry. No, I don't believe that, guys. Again, it could be that I'm positive, but I've been doing these over and over again. I'm not seeing this. I'm seeing that the people who are going to get cut are the shady people. Who knows, right? It could be that the Republic, everything ends, but I don't think it's going to happen. So anyway, that's it. So now I'm just going to putting these together. Okay, what is that? Okay. Oh yes. So this was here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just putting this together into the row that I had already started. Okay, so that you can see here how it happens in order. So. Okay, so first comes the ending of the loyalists, Republicans probably, because of corruption that was done behind the scenes and deals, okay? Now, when I first did this, I thought the deals could be with Mueller, but maybe not, okay? The deals come to light and there's an ending. This is how it ends, okay? This column here ends, okay? All right, that's the first row. The second row, what was this here? So the tree, yeah, the tree. And then we have, what do we have here? Okay, yeah, news. Okay, so this is great. This is news about the family. So this is kind of great, guys. This is very interesting. So I showed you before, this is the stars. Like Mueller looks at the network as well as the online stuff, okay? And he somehow, either he has the help of Sessions or he knows Sessions is involved in this. Somehow it's at the heart. Sessions really cares about these people in a way. It could be that Sessions is aggressive or might resist, okay? But ultimately, they go after the family and this becomes news. So the family, everything, in the ends, this is the last column here where the cavalier, meaning the messenger, essentially, everything comes crushing down. It ends with the end of the family. That's how it all ends. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So then we have here on this row of the conversations and the content of what Mueller has. Let's see. There's two more to add. And we have the moon. Okay. So interesting because then we have the snake moon, meaning the professional reputation is that of a I think it's fair to see this, guys, as the spies. So the profession, how they are known in the world is as spies, okay? And then we have on the other side, what do we have here? We have the fish. Yeah, is that right? The fish. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I have everything. Okay. Sun coffin. Okay, hold on. Make sure the child is not here. I think it's a fish. Yep. Yeah, the fish. Yeah, so it's a fish. So the people who are shady and the people who are spies are known or become known because here. So the conversation that Mueller has about the election in the White House tells of the opportunist snakes or the spies or the people who are connected with the foreign powers, and they're professional. They become known as spies through money. So money is what tracks them down in the end, okay? And then at the bottom here we have This is the nature of the business, right? So we have, it becomes public the great lengths they went to and their long-term secrets and the financial transfers and backroom dealings. Again, because of money, this is money card. It could also be the bosses, okay? Money, and what we have here, letter, financial documents again. Okay, this could also relate to indictments, or could also be the boss. So this card means finances and also the boss. So the bosses are indicted, okay? Big people are indicted, okay? So this, I think it could mean both, because we've already seen the thing about the finances above. So again, so the fox, the shady dealings with the bosses engaged in shady dealings, and also could be the shady money dealings become known through financial documents, or these people become indicted, okay? And at the bottom here we have, this is great, guys. Oh my God, it's perfect. So we have the anchor, long-term gifts or donors are key here. They're guilty and they go to jail because of foreign, what do we have? A foreign influence and the child at the end. So very good, guys. Oh my God, this is amazing. It's amazing. I didn't, like I said, this is, and then I know some people are like, oh, you should do this or that, or like it doesn't, it's not the most clear way for you guys to see it. It's a very impromptu thing. I'm not gonna, I do a lot of readings, and this was one of those things I just wanted to find out something, and it turned out that it was kind of a big deal. Okay, so at the end, again, this is not how it ends with a child, not with the ship. So the child and the, anybody, essentially the financial donor. This is what I'm getting, guys. The financial, I'm getting 3 people here, because at first I was getting 2, and then I'm getting another one. So the financial donors, meaning George Nader, meaning Elliot Brody, and now I'm getting Mercer. Okay, because there's a way in which the financial dealings are related to money laundering in a way. Okay, so it's very interesting how it happens. Okay, so that's how it ends. And at the very end, I just want to show you again, we have Rosenstein. He wins in the end, guys, I believe. Okay, so none of this bullshit of like, oh, like, don't worry. Oh, don't worry, Mueller's gonna be fired. It's gonna be fine. Like, no, because before, what I wanted to see here is, in order for Mueller to be fired, we would have to see Rosenstein fired. Okay, so essentially, guys, that's it. I don't see it. Okay, I see what's happening is that the people who are getting cut are the people related to the internet and the people who are the Republican loyalists. Okay, they go first. Okay, all right, and the donors are involved. Like I said, they give out information, because otherwise they're going to go to hardcore jail here. Okay, all right, the people related to fundraising. All right, so now let's see here. Oh, I already shuffled this, but I'm going to shuffle again. Now I actually don't think I need more of these cards. Okay, the Kipper cards. This was detailed enough that but let's just add a few things, okay, and see where it takes us. Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm overcomplicating, but let's see. Okay, let's see what happens here. And Kipper has a little bit of a slightly different structure. We'll see what what happens. Okay, I'm gonna do row by row. Okay, see, and it has the same number of the Lenormand as the Lenormand cards. So we'll see row by row. Okay, Big Hope, interesting. This is the first card. Okay, so this is good because interesting. So the cut means hope for us. Okay, so it it's on top of the scythe. Okay, so this goes on top of scythe, and then we have here pleasant letter. Also, again, indictments. Hope comes when some of the loyalists begin to get indictments. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see what else we get here, and then what's next? The mice. Let's see what we have on top. Gifts. So this could be indictments because of gifts, meaning bribery. Okay, there's something here. Illegal money. It could be illegal campaign stuff. Okay. And by the way, guys, this reminds me that today, I think, or yesterday, and the NRA even admitted they accept foreign money. Again, rich girl, and here behind the scenes. So money behind the scenes, okay. Shady money behind the scenes, shady money, okay. So what do we have? Okay, so let's continue here. We have the ring on this row, continuing. Continues with the ring. Let's see what we have on top of the ring. So we have the ring, so it comes next. We have the marriage, yeah, the deal. Oh my God, so see, twice. The ring, the marriage, and the ring. So all these financial dealings that they were behind the scenes, okay? And then, what do we have here? Yeah, and then sun, meaning something become clarity about something. What do we have? We have false person. So the shady people again it becomes known, the shadiness, like these people are unmasked, okay? And then we have an ending of the false people. Let's see what else, the last card here, what do we get? Oh, short illness. So yeah, so this would be, could be an ending, yeah, definitely an ending, or like even like serious illness or death or whatever, I don't know, but it's just saying, I think it's an ending, guys. So anyway, confirms the things that we're seeing here about the deals becoming exposed, okay? And then let's see here on this row, the row of the stars, meaning the internet or the network. I'm gonna kind of put it together again, and okay, so we have here success and love. So I feel like, so this actually reminds me of the whole deal with like WikiLeaks to like get the Democrat emails, okay? And the deals they made, they were successful. So then we have Mueller here. What do we have? Oh my God, guys, this is amazing. I love it. Thank the lights for this. This is, you're not going to believe this. This is Mueller, right? I've selected this card as Mueller before ahead of time and shuffled and so forth. And look who comes up, Mueller again. So they're like on the same spot. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. I love it. It's like, oh my God, very exciting. Okay, so it's just like, I feel like to me, this is a confirmation, guys, that this is real, okay? He's not going away, bitches. Whoever you, no, this is serious. It's like a message to people out there who think you can talk shit about Mueller. I don't think so, bitch. No. Okay, and I watched one of those readings a little bit where the person said, oh, maybe if he's like, yeah, it could be, he could be. The person never said actually that he's going to be. It's just like kind of floating kind of stuff. It's not specific enough. Okay, I'm sorry. Just want to like say it. Okay, that's just me. As you guys know I have this position. Okay, but like I said, don't get discouraged. I feel like this to me was a message to me. Like seriously, it was like, okay, girl, this is true. He's in the same spot, Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's see. This is the person who represents Sessions. So what do we have here? We have, oh my God, what? Sessions is sad. He's green. Somebody gave him polonium too. I'm so sorry. Oh no, what? Yeah, so there's grief and adversity to the people who got, some deals with the assholes. What do we have here? Heart. Okay. The values of these shady people. Sessions. Work. So, yeah, the grief and adversity for the people who work doing what? Let's find out. Okay, so then we have here the card of aggression. Okay, let's see what else. We have, oh God, look, court person goes before the judge. So again, I remember when I looked at this card, I said, this shows that Mueller's going to be particularly aggressive towards them. Yes, I believe so. Again, the people who work on this, who are shady, working on this, okay, this is, like I said, aggression. The aggression comes from Mueller's end, okay? He is going to be very aggressive towards them, to the chagrin of Sessions, okay, because he's connected to these people. Tree, again, family, and it could also be the quote-unquote Republican family, his thoughts. So the tree here is worried, okay? They are worried about they know this is coming, they know the law is coming for them, and they are the family. They are all connected, they know each other. Okay, and then what do we have? We have, what is this? Oh, Cavaliers, all right. Yeah. This is something becomes news. What is it? Change. So everything changes. Okay, the end. This is at the very end. So everything changes here. Okay. Okay, so again, Mueller finds the deals and causes grief and adversity for those who worked on the shady behalf. They have to go to court. They're worried, but at the end, everything changes. So basically, there's big changes for those shady people. The world looks very different then, okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop now because I'm gonna take a little break and then go back because I feel like I need to drink something. I need to take a little break and then go back and add the other information, okay? All right. Hi guys, so now I'm just going to continue. I stopped just to take a break and then quickly continue here the remainder of the other cards and the sections, okay? So I'll try to be as fast as possible. Okay, so on this side here, no, this was first, the house. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this. So we have here on this road something, the part where secrets become public. So something about the house becomes public. We know the White House, okay? And then we have the mountain, right? Something from the past or something that took a long time to accomplish. High honors. So people in power, presumably Trump or some other powerful person, or it could be, who knows, Putin or somebody like that, something becomes known about them. And this part here is interesting because we have the book, which is the secret, and we have another card that suggests private communications, right? So this is, yeah, private communications, essentially, secret communications. So because through these secret communications, all of this becomes public, okay? This secret communication becomes public. Let's see here, okay. And then we have here, it's funny, I plug now, I have to unplug. So transfers, okay, could be messages and so forth. And here, sad news. So the transfers, probably financial transfers, or could be those like messaging or so forth, because it's again suggesting the idea of interpersonal private communications becoming public. Sad news, okay, so that becomes a problem for them. And then here, very interesting that we have next to it, we have the fox, as it was before, right? It was right next to this, which is just, yeah, the stork. It was the bear, actually. Let's just see here, the bear. Oh, yeah, the bear. Is it the fox? Yeah, the fox and the bear, that's right. So we have the fox, which is shady dealings behind the scenes, and what do we have? Unexpected money. So yeah, so it's money that can't be explained, essentially. And this becomes, this is what brings sad news. So interpersonal communications and unexplained money, people in power related to the White House. And we have here the bear, which means it means the boss and also means money. Okay, so since the other card just mentioned money, let's see here. This could be, I wonder if this is Jared or somebody. This is a man. It's not clear who it is, okay? I haven't determined. But it could be that related to Jared, possibly. And this, guys, before I saw the military card here, I thought, oh, this could be, these are financial documents. But I think now that I saw the military person here, to me, this means it's an official. So this is an indictment, probably, okay? So all of this stuff becomes public. And there's indictments here related to the White House, people in power, through both money that can't be explained and private communications, okay? So now here, now it's going to be hard, guys, because, okay, how do we, it's funny, did this now, and it's like, well, maybe I shouldn't, it's going to take more time. So anyway, we have the anchor, right? So something a long time, little good lady. I think this could be Russia, okay? So something has happened a long time ago or has been happening for a long time. And here's gifts, okay? So bribery or money, theft. So it could be money laundering. So getting gifts that are actually shady money. So meaning being bribed with the shady money. Here we have the key. This money is key. And I've said before, I believe this relates to the donors meetings. So key meetings, okay, important meetings. And I believe, again, guys, this could be related to that Seychelles meeting or meetings in general, the Trump Tower meeting, Okay, this is significant. And again, a suggestion here of something happening a long time ago, and guilt. So the people who come to these meetings are guilty, and they go way back. Okay, so they're either guilty for a long time, or those meetings or those plans happened a long time ago. And we have here the child, okay, little child. And then I've said before, the tower generally means government, or it means the law, but it could also mean prison. Because I said in Kippur, this is not Kippur, this is Lenormand, but in Kippur, the prison card also means enterprise. So the same token, okay? And the little child here, Trump. So Trump is guilty, and he's guilty because of, I've said this before in many readings, because his reputation was built, I've said this before, that his reputation was built out of shady money, but here it's explaining that it's stuff from a long time ago, not necessarily what happens today, because it establishes the idea that it's debt. He's in debt to these people from years and years, okay? Ship, foreign power, gloomy thoughts. So he knows, he's worried because he knows it's all gonna hit the Russia stuff. He knows that, obviously, right? He's in debt to them in many ways. So we have here the Russian money, the meetings that talked about it, and the long-term connections to the Russians, okay? And then we have, this is great, guys, again. God willing, this is gonna happen, because yet again, you guys know how often this comes up, right? What do we have here? We have the child that I showed you before on the same row, okay? What do we have? We have the coffin on top of him. So it's over for him, okay? And you see, I'll show you too that this is kind of amazing. That in the end, let's see here, the coffin. Where is the coffin? The coffin shows up for him too, okay, which is kind of remarkable. Wasn't coffin on top? No, the coffin. Where is it? It's gonna come, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, so here's the coffin at the end. Okay, so there's an ending to him, and he's here and here. Okay, so twice the child, twice the coffin, applicable to both positions. So then on this row we have, this is the final row, guys. It's interesting because I thought it ended in coffin. Where is it? No, it was on top. I forgot. Took a lot of cards. Anyway, so here we have the conversations. I said this before. Wait, have I showed? Yeah, I've showed this before. Now I'm getting confused, guys. It's like a lot of cards, and yeah. Anyway, so this is the conversations that Mueller has. Okay, so he has these conversations, and what do we have here? Prison. So these conversations nail Trump. Okay, and what do we have here? Again, we have the election. So these conversations prove something about the election with the influence of a foreign power. So the conversation, again, I feel like this is telling us this, reminding us of stories that are familiar to us, but significant. Now we have here the house again, expectations. So somehow they're waiting. They know something is coming. Okay, the foreign people know, and the White House knows. The White House expects something to happen. Or it could also be a time card, meaning up to 3 months. Okay, and what do we have here? We have Trump. Opportunity for Trump. So Trump saw an opportunity. He's an opportunist, as we know. And then here we are, okay? Interesting. Okay. And then we have, again, this, this is a snake. So he's a snake, meaning he could be an actual spy, because there's gaining a lot of money. So there's a lot of money that he can't explain. Okay, essentially that's how it is. The money that he has is not explainable. Okay, essentially launder money or bribes. And then what do we have here? We have their reputation. Guys, this is like, oh my God, it's crazy how often it comes up. So his reputation, okay, I mean, his place in the world is made out of, and like his money, okay, so his reputation and his happiness or his wealth, essentially, okay, and how his wealth was made, how he's, I said before, how his place in the world came to be, okay, but just basically he's made out of shady money. And we have here the fish, which means a lot of money, and it ends with a court. Okay, so it's over for him, guys. Seriously, it's saying that it ends with a court taking his money, which is fantastic news for us. Okay, so guys, so that's it. You know, it's just like I've said before. You know, it's difficult to. Even if I had a webcam right now, it would be difficult to look at all the cards together. It's a lot of cards, but you could see how the story repeats itself on different levels, okay? And I'm just adding to the cards and confirming the story. But here, prison, to the people who worked with a foreign power, and they know, or they were expecting, they saw an opportunity in Trump, and there's a lot of money, and because his money and his wealth is made out of shady money, everything is taken in the end. He loses everything. And that's how it ends at the very end. At the very end, interesting. This is Rosenstein, guys. Very interesting. The last card. And on top of him is Russia. So he gets... It's interesting because I don't think about it. I somehow think that Mueller is on top, right? But actually, Rosenstein is the boss here. Or actually, no. Sessions. Sessions is actually the boss, but Sessions is recused. So the person who really is the boss, who gets Russia, is Rosenstein, and he's at the end. Okay, so ultimately he wins. Okay, so it ends here. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to finish this.